What's up, everybody? Back here on Holmakra today. I know we just had the previous video on Monday was Holmakra, but did the time lapse thing with the music, so I didn't get a chance to talk. But I wanted to kind of explain what we're doing here at this other landing site. If we look at the map, we were kind of south of us, kind of right there where the road that all the three little dots that are on the road right there. If you follow that south, where the road kind of makes that turn back to the right, that's kind of right below that's where we were. But to get there, you had to, take some little back roads and wind your way in there. Well, I thought what I would do is to move here. This way, what I'm planning on doing, if we were to go straight back this way, let me pull up my little map here so I can see. And see, right up here, I believe, see there's the road, but I think that actually part of our land doesn't necessarily exactly connect, but I think it'll be close enough to where we can get through some of these trees and get in there. See, we don't have access to some of this, but I think it's just a short little spot. Well, let me look at the map again. Let's pull up the lands. Oh, okay, yeah. So there is you see there is a little gap right there from the corner to the road. But actually, let me go back over to my left and see, because it's just right over here somewhere. Alright, we don't have access there. Nothing there. Alright, well, I was thinking that there was a little access that hooked up with the road, but I guess not. So we won't even have it there either. Alright, right there we do. Okay, well, from this tree that we can cut, looks like we can go straight this way and hook up with the road. And we'll just say that the landowner gave us permission to come across right there and get on the road. So what I think I'm going to do is, actually I think I'm just going to use a chainsaw. That way I'll know for sure which trees I can and can't cut. And we'll cut these trees. Clear a little road in here. That way we can pull the trucks in to the left over there where all our equipment's at, and then come out this way. I'm just going to cut down these trees that I can. Alright, so that was it. Yeah, you can see I kind of marked some of them too as to what was going on here, but I think what I'm going to do, let's see, let me grab my, where's the dozer? There it is. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll pull the truck in, just, there's the entryway, so I'll pull it in. It's actually plow this out just a little bit more here. Yeah, actually, I wasn't even planning on making a farming simulator video today for, for Wednesday, for as you are watching it today. But I was planning on doing an American Truck Simulator, but I had all kind of problems. I downloaded the latest coast-to-coast map, but for some reason it doesn't show up in my mods list. That's problem number one. Problem number two is after I went through and updated some mods and activated some and removed some and just trying to figure out what was going to work best for me, my profile wouldn't load. Every time I tried to load it, the game crashed. So I guess I'm going to have to start over again. But I don't know, I've had all kinds of problems with ATS, and it's kind of frustrating. I mean, because it's a nice game, I'd like to be able to play it, but just as soon as I start getting mods added in and stuff that will make the gameplay even better, like coast to coast map and stuff. I was trying to use the coast to coast map, but It won't even load. So I mean that's not enjoyable. I don't enjoy, you know, having to diagnose problems and all that kind of stuff. And I want it to just work. So I'm pretty bummed about that. Oh, it's not even gonna let me plow it. That's right. Okay. Well, I'll just have to go to there and drive my truck on out from there. That'll be fine. That'll work. Yeah, I think it's kind of funny how it just stops, but you know, I guess if they don't know if this is a dozer or a regular plow, so that's why it does that. See, I can't put that dozer right there because I've got to be able to skid the trees up. Yeah, and these trees here are a good bit smaller than other ones, so, you know, I'm clear cutting it, but really this should be like a thinning probably. Probably a second thinning, but I'm just going to clear cut it. Let's see here. We don't have any more trees. Let's get our truck in here. If I can find it. Well, we do have some trees. We got some right there. Come up here and skid those. All these trucks that we cut, making the entrance in here. Jackknife this thing. Oh, that is tight. Dragging trees everywhere. Hung up. No, we're going. Okay. Yeah, this will be a little bit different because normally I've got my truck facing the other direction, but this will be fine. So I think, let's see. I'm gonna put it right about there. Do it. Alright, so we got a pretty decent little pile here, but that's really only about one bunk's worth, so let's get some more skidded up. The super speed. Yeah, I just have all kind of problems with American Truck Simulator. When it's working great. When it's not working, it doesn't work at all. It crashes on me. I've had to start over 2 times now, I think. So, I don't know. I think what I'm going to probably end up doing is just starting over one more time, but instead of adding in mods from outside of Steam Workshop, just use the Steam Workshop mods. That way I'll know that if something needs to be updated, it'll be updated on the Steam Workshop and won't have to worry about it. But I don't know, it's just really frustrating to start a game, expect it to work, and it doesn't work. And you don't know why. So I removed every single mod, and it's still crashing on me. The one thing I really don't like about American Truck Simulator is that just when I get everything working right, they update the game and nothing works anymore. It's just a big mess. Yeah, we're going to cut a bunch of trees and process a bunch of trees to make any kind of load on with this stuff. So a little update on Ransom Ridge. I hadn't talked about that much. Of course, I hadn't made a video where I talked a good bit. Ransom Ridge, yeah. So I sort of took a break from everything mapping-wise for a little while. You probably noticed there was a few times where I missed some videos being posted even, but I don't know, I'm kind of just getting to the point almost of being burnt out, trying to worry about getting Ransom Ridge completed, and I caught a little bit of my fire back. If you caught Serious Mods live stream he did on making the wood chip dump ramp for my map, Ransom Ridge. He worked on that. I haven't got it in my hands yet, but he's supposed to be finishing up here pretty soon and sending it to me. And then I'm going to get back on Ransom Ridge hardcore and try to get it finished. And I'm hoping to be able to release that maybe at the end of November. It may spill over into December, I don't know. It's such a huge map, and I'm trying to put so much detail into it. I'm just kind of getting bogged down, so don't be surprised if I say end of November and it actually doesn't happen until December or something. But I am definitely, you can put this in the bank, I'm definitely going to have it done sometime in December, if not sooner. So I'm kind of getting tired of working on it, and whenever I finish it and release it, you know, if there's any bugs that need working out, then I'll fix those, of course. But once all that's done and everything's operating smoothly, I'm going to be taking a break from mapping for a little while, probably a couple months or so at least. But see, the issue then becomes towards the latter part of, let's see, I guess it would be Farming Simulator 2021 is going to be the next one. So they'll probably start talking about that summer of next year. And don't expect any major groundbreaking game engine updates or anything. It's going to be the same game engine, I guarantee you. The reason for that is because of the consoles. They can't do anything crazy because while the PCs can handle it no problem, the consoles can't. Script-wise and just, you know, operating power-wise, things like that. Although consoles are pretty beefy, but they just can't handle some of the stuff that the PCs can. Is sort of my guess as to why they won't be updating the game engine anytime soon. And they've already got something that works built, you know, so why fix something that's broken? Alright, we'll just pull it up into the air. Come back and get that big pile right there. So yeah, I don't want to start any other big projects. If I do, it'll be early part of 2020, and I'll try to have it wrapped up by summer, you know. But like I said, I don't plan on doing any more 4X maps. It's just too much work. So from here on out, no more 4X maps for me, unless I have help on it. If somebody's helping me, then I'll do something. But to tackle a 4X map again by myself, it ain't gonna happen. And I know a lot of you guys out there are asking, I mean, I get it all the time, asking about, is this map going to be on console or whatever. You know, I've stated this before, that I just really don't know the process of everything that needs to happen to get it on console. You know, there's one guy supposed to be converting, I think, the plantation over, but I don't think that's ever going to happen, so I don't know. I just don't really have the energy to try to get it figured out for console. And you know, it could be that what I've got would work, maybe. Especially, well, probably the plantation might be a good one, because I didn't use anything crazy on that one. You know, there's no custom buildings or scripts or anything. I don't think that would cause an issue, but to be honest, I just really don't feel like messing with Giants either, because I know I'm going to send it to them, they're going to send something back, and I'll fix that one thing, I'll send it again, and they'll find something else, you know, so I just don't feel like messing with all that stuff. So unfortunately, probably none of my stuff is going to make it to console, I wouldn't think, unless somebody does it for me. Really don't feel like fooling with it. You know, I work full-time during the week, and I'm also involved in a couple things outside of work, so, and you know, there's general stuff here around the house that needs working on, and especially in the summer it's hard for me because I've got to do yard work and you know, other stuff, so it doesn't work out too well for me in the summertime. Wintertime's maybe a little better, but there's no yard work to do. But then there's other things that come along. You know, I play in a couple of different instrumental groups, church orchestra, and a local town band, I guess if you want to call it that. So I do that. So that's rehearsals and concerts and stuff that just takes up my time. So it's hard. I mean, I do this in my spare time, and even that's not much. Plus recording these episodes, I mean, it takes, you know, about an hour to record these things, probably another hour or so to produce them, and then, you know, a little bit of time to get them uploaded and the thumbnails and stuff, you know, for the videos. All that stuff takes time. Come on, what am I hung up on? Alright, let's get some of this processed. And you may have seen recently, as in like today, which I guess for you guys would have been yesterday, Beardshot Modding hung it up. He said he got tired of doing the modding, said it was, you know, like work, which it is. So he, you know, he hung it up. He's going to be maybe still hanging out in some places, but I think he pretty much shut everything down, which, you know, I can sympathize with his thoughts there, because this entirely is work sometimes, which is why, you know, I took that break. But really, you know, I'm not going to give up, but because I got too much stuff I want to do. But you know, maybe, I don't know, get Ransom Ridge finished. I like to get the interior finished, and I've got one more map I'm working on after Ransom Ridge. It's going to be a really cool map that I don't think anybody's done yet in Farming Simulator, so I'm looking forward to that. You know, I got projects in mind. I just gotta find the motivation and time to get them done. But yeah, sometimes this mod and stuff, I mean, it's like work. I mean, there's no telling how many hours I have on Ransom Ridge. I mean, it's twice as big as the maps I normally make, and sometimes those things take, you know, several months to do. And so when I started tackling Ransom Ridge, I mean, I almost knew immediately it was going to be a monster map, because especially the level of detail that I'm putting into it. I mean, think bare rock logging only twice as big, and that's what you're going to get with Ransom Ridge, plus some extra surprises. One of which, you know, Serious Mods kind of gave away when he did the live stream mapping of that chip dump thing. I guess I should have told him not to do that, but I wasn't sure he was going to do that, or didn't know he was going to do that. That's okay. That's needed in the game. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work just yet, because he built just the static ramp, and I've got a placeable ramp mod that I guess you click something and it, I haven't even tried it yet. I guess you click something and the ramp goes up. I'm not sure, you know, how the wood chip trigger is going to work just yet, because I would think you would need to be outside the truck to lift the ramp, but then you have to be inside the truck to trigger the tipper for the trailer. So I'm not sure how that's going to work just yet. We'll get it figured out though. Okay, I guess that wasn't a tree. Hard to see with all these needle limbs in the way. And just a note about Ransom Ridge, whenever I do finally get it finished, you're going to need the Global Company mod, and you're also going to need the Sawmill pack that came out not too long after the Global Company mod came out. It's the one with the two sawmills in it. One's kind of European looking and the other one's kind of US looking. You'll need the US one for sure, but I think that you might as well just download that pack, because it comes with two of them. However, I think I am planning on putting that in there with the map, so you won't have to worry about downloading it. You'll just have to download one giant file, unzip it, and then you'll have the map, the Global Company, probably not the Global Company mod, but the Sawmill pack. I'll probably put that in there. And then I'm hoping that one other little surprise, I hope I can talk the guy into letting me release it, because it's not out in the public yet, but so I'm not going to mention it right now, but maybe he'll let me release it with the map. I don't know. Oh, I was dragging a tree with me. Thought something looked a little funny. I've got to cut a ton of trees to make a load with this stuff. because that looks like a lot right there, but I guarantee it's not even half a load. I wouldn't think. Let's see, let's get this thing out of the way. Let's drive that up in there. Let's find the wood chipper. I believe it's up here somewhere. Yep. Oh, I'm at 100%. No wonder. Alright, well, I thought I had parked up here for a reason. Let me see if I can get my, let's see how I want to do this. I think I want to park it right up here. That way I can turn in and back around. That should work right there. There we go. Yeah, so if you're just tuning in, we're trying to buy this land right across the road here, this little grassy spot. If you happen to download this map, I think there's a fence there. Well, at least on the version I had, there was a fence right here blocking all this in, and there's no way to get in there. So I went in the Giants editor and just removed the fence. But we're planning on buying all this right here, which actually involves, once it saves, see, it actually involves buying this tract of timber and that one, or this piece of land and that piece of land. And so we're looking at 1.08 million or so, 1.2 million almost. So we got a lot of cutting wood to do before we can buy all this stuff, because we just now have 659,000. We're closing in on probably buying this one first, and then I'll cut all the timber that's back here, and then we'll buy this larger tract over here, which I'm a little bit surprised as to why they didn't make this default ownership to begin with, because these two tracts, well, I think, yeah, two of these right here I believe were, but this one wasn't. This is where the sawmill is. That's a little strange. But yeah, we got quite a bit of work to do, and these things aren't cheap either. I mean, even some of these small ones, you know, 289,000 for that little tract of timber, 209,000 for that. I mean, it's just, these little things are expensive. And if I were to, let's see, if I were to try to buy that to connect up everything, 458,000. Well, we better not. I'm just going to stay on track here and try to purchase these two so I can put in that sawmill right there. Then we'll start making lumber, and we'll have a long way to go to sell it, because I just got to drive across the road. But I may try to put in some kind of little selling station, maybe over here on this side of the map or something, just to have a little, you know, area to truck to, because if we put the sawmill right there and sell it over here, that's no fun. So I might put in some kind of little spot over in this area somewhere, or maybe, I don't know, that wouldn't be a good spot there, because that's all forest roads in there, because the major highway sort of goes around here and then back this way, but there's no other big highways in here. And I haven't explored out this way yet either. I don't even know if you can get there. It's probably cut off. But yeah, we're trying to get that one and this one. So I'm probably gonna buy this one first, like I said, then cut all this timber that's in this back part, because this up here is just field. All this in here, we'll cut the timber there. Yeah, see, so there's tons of trees right in there, and then some down this way that will be pretty quick to get, and then just haul them right over the road there. Let's get our wood chips dumped out so we'll have that free. I hate to be chipping up stuff and losing some potential revenue, so let's get this thing emptied. In case you're new to the channel and wondering about this truck right here, this is Kenworth 500 or is it C500? C500, I think. And I have modified it to have way more torque and horsepower than what you would normally get if you just found this somewhere and downloaded it. So when you see me hauling some of FDR's equipment around, or well, actually I don't use this truck for that, but like the loaded log trucks and stuff, you know, log trailers, this thing pulls it no problem. Because I was using this truck on it was on bare rock and I couldn't get up a hill. No trucks I had could get up that hill, so I modified this one to have more horsepower and torque. Alright, so this thing holds 100,000 liters, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this thing in here and park it, and then as we, you know, fill it up, the Brooks wood chipper with a bit more wood chips will empty it and try to make a full 100,000 liter load. So yeah, I'm just going to back this thing right in there. Leave us a little bit of room for when we need to get our log truck out of there. Some of these stumps are stubborn. You gotta get it just in the right spot. And sometimes it doesn't work at all. Oh well. Tried to mess with that one already. Yeah, so again, if you've never seen this map, this is the Holmakra map, and this is a edit by War Bosby, I think is his nickname or whatever. And I found this on the North Modding Company Discord channel. So if you Discord and you want this map, go check out the North Modding Company's Discord channel, and then you'll have to search for it maybe, but just type in Holmakra. Eventually you'll find it. It's on there. There is a vanilla version, I guess you could say, of this map out, I'm sure, but this is an edited version. And if I had the time, I'd love to redo this map, especially the sawmill. Just fix the sawmill area. That's the only complaint I got. Sawmill is way too small. the area that you have in there to unload trucks and turn around and stuff like that is way too small. Of course, I'm used to, you know, American maps, I guess you could say, where there's tons of room, big sawmills and stuff like that. Alright, so let's crank this back up. Get a few more trees processed, and then I'll try to get this truck loaded up. Yeah, speaking about Farming Simulator 21, I guess we could call it, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what new innovational things they add to it, because let's see, was it 17? We got the straps? I think it was 17. 19, we got sort of, I guess, you know, upgraded graphics maybe. I mean, the game looks a lot better to me. Some people don't like it, but it just looks better to me. Let's see, what else did we get with 19? Oh, the farmlands, you know, buyable tracts of timber and the land and stuff. I like that. That's really cool. Adds a unique element to it. Because before, you could purchase fields, but not the land around it and all that. We were limited to just the fields. Everything else you could do whatever you wanted to it. Run around cutting grass and trees and all kind of stuff, but you had to own the fields to do anything with them. Cut some more trees in here too. We're still a little bit tight here on the landing. But let's get these processed and then we'll start loading up the truck and see what we got here. Because I think we're over halfway now. If I can get just a few more trees processed. We'll be in shape. See, I wonder if I can cut that tree right there. I may not be able to. Yeah, I don't have access. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, I certainly appreciate all the new subscribers. I haven't mentioned that because I hadn't done a video lately where I said anything, but yeah, I do appreciate all the subscribers. I hope you're you know, having a good time and enjoying the videos. I try to make, you know, the best videos I can. I try to mix it up with the time-lapse stuff and the, you know, live action, so to speak. And I've gotten away from the live streams because the last time I tried doing one, my internet connection was awful, and I just couldn't help but think that it had something to do with I think that was the first Thursday night football, and I imagine there was a lot of people watching on Hulu and stuff like that, doing some streaming, so it's probably why my internet suffered that night. But I don't know, I just, like I said, here lately I've just been kind of just burnt out on everything. I still enjoy playing the game, but just, I don't know, it's just the thought of doing the live streams, and I don't know, I just need a break from all that sometimes. Even doing the videos, I mean, I still like doing the videos, because especially this map, I'm having a lot of fun on this map. But sometimes, you know, like Beardshot mentioned with the modding, sometimes it just feels like work because you're constantly having to make a video, produce a video, upload a video. It gets old. So sometimes you just need breaks. Alright, loading time. Let's see what we got here. Oops. Not too far away. Should have stopped sooner right there. That's what I needed. Well, we may actually have a load here. I was thinking it wouldn't be enough, but I think this should make it. Well, actually, no. We're probably going to be a little short because I got to get a good bit more here to put on the front. Oops. Kick that log over. See, we got like maybe 2 or 3 more sticks to put on there to make a full load on the front. That's going to be not quite enough to make a full load. Well, we were close. Let's see here, probably that right there should finish us off on the front. Yeah, it's gonna be perfect. Okay, yep, just got a little bit more. Like the super speed. Alright, so a good bit more. We'll get there. Let's see. I think I want to cut some more. Because we definitely need... Let's check out the map though and make sure where we're at. Okay, so we can go forward a little, then we got to cut back over to the road and then down this way. So we got this little area here to cut. And before we get too much further, I think what I want to do is actually make sure I know where those boundaries are. Okay, so right there, so one. I don't think this is going to work on that tree. Yep, doesn't work. I didn't make it for those. You can see I got that one marked right there. This one right here must be just on the edge. Well, it's not doing it now. That's kind of funny. I want to get this tree right here out of the way. So apparently FDR started up his King of the Forest challenge map stuff. I didn't participate, so I'm waiting on the videos to come out. He's supposed to be showcasing the videos, you know, each person that did it, whatever challenge I guess they wanted to try for. I'm supposed to be making a video of that. I want to see that. That's going to be kind of funny, I think. Checking out, you know, some of the stuff, those crazy things he's got on that map. But supposedly he's also going to be making some changes to that map, because I think he realized either something wasn't working right or something was going on there. I forget now, but so that'll be interesting. Trying to figure out where my boundary is again. Okay, I can cut that one. You know, to help with the farmlands, what I'm thinking about doing for Ransom Ridge, if I can get it figured out, because the reason I say that is, so what I'm thinking about doing is, you know, whenever you go to this view here, or even the little mini map, you know, you can't see where the farmlands are. And so one idea I've had for Ransom Ridge is to actually have the farmlands boundary show up on the map, Photoshop or something. I'll get the PDA built like this, but then I'll overlay the farmlands so you can see the boundaries on there. Because otherwise, you know, you have to come in here and click this. And when you're roaming around on the mini map, in the bottom left there, you don't know where, so you'd have to do like I'm doing and mark the trees. But you know, if you don't want to use that, then you're kind of out of luck on what you can do. So I'm thinking about overlaying the farmlands boundaries on top of the map. But what that's going to require is going into Photoshop and somehow figuring out on the farmlands file how to get the boundaries on there. And like I was about to say earlier, the reason I say that is if you've never looked at the farmlands, I think it's a PNG, in Photoshop, it's really super dark. It's like super dark gray on top of super dark gray, but just a hair shade lighter. It's kind of crazy. You can't really even see the lines. You can see some of the boundaries, but most of them don't really show up. So you've got to do some magic in Photoshop. So I'm thinking about trying to get that done. That looked pretty cool. Alright, so we're running out of time here today, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut a few more trees, and then I'm going to wrap it up until next time. But remember that I haven't updated it lately, but we also have, we're doing the Holmakra finances, so we can see if we're actually making any money or not. And how you get to that is if you go to my webpage, nlagaming.com, click on the link at the top for FS19, you'll see Holmakra finances in the little drop down menu there, and just click there and it'll take you to a Google spreadsheet, which you just need to view. You can't, you know, there's nothing to do there other than just view it. But anyway, I'm gonna get everything shut down for the day. When we come back, we'll skid all this up and get us, you know, enough to finish out our load. But yeah, we still got a good bit more to put on there. You see, we're just barely started the second half of it, but we'll get there. All right, well, I'm gonna grab me a screenshot and then I'm off for the day. So y'all have a good rest of the week, and we'll talk to you on Friday. Thanks for watching.